Uh, no. For me, it was a very compulsive feeling because I wanted that and I worked towards it. So I didn't care for other things. I went straight ahead. I ran away from home, left all the comforts of life and pursued only one thing, which I thought if I had failed, I would have ended up in an asylum or somewhere. Luckily for me, it happened. Something happened, let's say. I'll say I was normal, I became abnormal, subnormal, so whatever you want to call it. But it all depends on how much you really want to do it. Some people want to study science and discover something. They go whole hog, fully into it. And then they come out successful, sometimes they fail. In same way, for me that was the main interest in my life, so I went that way. If that is not your main interest in life, and if you read my autobiography, for instance, and say that possibility is there, that there is something like that, then you should not suddenly jump into it. You should follow both and see. You should carry on with your work, your career. If you don't do that, then I'm sure your parents would be very upset about it also. But I didn't care. I think in some way I feel I was unkind to my mother. In those days I was not thinking of all that. I was so fired by this. So I think it's good to go side by side until you develop a complete... And also, if one person has put his finger into the fire and got burnt, you don't have to put your finger also into the fire to see if it will burn. Right? So I have given my experiences. You could derive a lot of benefit from there. And instead of running off to the Himalayas, you can sit at home and try to work these things out, meanwhile pursuing your studies or whatever you're doing. So for me it was an all-consuming interest. And from some angle it would look like it was very selfish. But finally I didn't turn into a shellfish. I became normal. So.